A UK-based Nigerian is facing one of the biggest crises of their lives. This man's actions has resulted where he stay in the UK has been jeopardized, and he has dragged his family into a mess. This man and his wife, his name is Kenny, while his wife's name is Miriam. They've got two young children. The man's only moved to the United Kingdom recently. However, his stay in the UK is now in doubt. Good morning. Thank you for joining the Launch Club, where we share the latest updates to inform and educate our audience. Knowledge, they say, is power. Information is one of the biggest tools that can transform somebody's life. If you see any value in today's content, kindly support this channel by hitting the like button. Kenny and Miriam, they have two children. They moved from Nigeria to the United Kingdom on a carer's visa, just coming to 2.5 years ago. Before they moved to the UK, Kenny, the wife, was the one that financed 60% of the trip. The man contributed 40%. Both of them have admitted that, yes, this is true. The woman contributed 60% of the trip. When they moved to the UK, the wife is the main applicant, while the man is the dependent. They came to the UK. They went through a lot of struggles, trying to sort themselves out, trying to get a job with the company that brought them. Eventually, after everything, they eventually settled down, and things appear to be going well for them. This man, Kenny, one day, he was getting ready to go to work. The wife came back. He has a car. He has been driving with international driving license that he brought from Nigeria, despite being in the UK for coming to 2.5 years. He's driving with that international. He's done a test once or twice, but he's saying that the reason is because he's been struggling to get space, a slot to book his license test. And this man is aware that as an international person living in the UK, your international driver's license, you are only supposed to use it for 1 year. One day, the wife came. The guy was getting ready to go to work. This herb that they bring from Nigeria. This guy brought out the herb. He drank a lot of herb. He said he needed the help because he wasn't feeling well. He needed the herb to help him. He drank the herb, he got in the car, and he started driving to work. As he was driving to work, he said, according to the man, he said he didn't see the curb, so he hit the curb with the car himself, and he was still driving the car like that. Instead of him to park, he came out, he checked the car, that the car was seriously damaged. He was still driving the car. As he was driving the car, the police saw this guy driving a car that's got damaged light, and they stopped this man. When they stopped this man, he was running late for work. When they stopped the man, they asked the man, why are you driving a car that's got curb? They were interacting with him because the police, once they stop you, they try to talk to you to see if you are coherent, if you're under the influence of substance. They have conversation with you like that to assess you. The police officer could tell the way the guy was talking that the guy wasn't flowing well, and he was driving a car that's got damaged lights. And the police officer asked the guy to come out. They told the guy that they suspect that the guy was under the influence of something, that they would need to breathalyze him. As the officer told him that they want to breathalyze him, the officer that was going to breathalyze him was bringing the stuff that is going to use to breathalyze this guy. This guy was more concerned that he was running late for work. He was telling the officer, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. The police officer said, you are not the one to tell me how to do my job. I need to get this stuff and breathalyze you. The guy said, sir, I'm going to be late for work. The officer then said to him, look, if you are not patient, we're going to take you to the station because we can easily breathalyze you there. The guy told the station for what? The guy became aggressive. He was saying, oh, I am running late. I am running late. The guy became aggressive to the officer, shouting at the officer. The officer now said, I'm going to arrest you. Instead of the man to be polite and talk to the officer, he was shouting at the officer, oh, this is discrimination. This man, when he became disrespectful and rude to the officer now said, because the man is now shouting and shouting, the officer now said he's going to arrest him. The guy resisted arrest. He was fighting the officer. The guy was fighting the officer. When the officer had backup, they arrested him. They took him to the station. They brutalized him. Where he was dragging with the officer had a cut on his face where the guy was dragging with the officer. Meanwhile, the officer that this guy is dragging with is a female officer. When the guy was taken to the station, he was brutalized. They found out that this guy was under the influence of alcohol. And they told him, they said, Mr. Man, you are under the influence of alcohol. We brutalized you. Your reading shows that you are just 41, which is very, very high. The guys was still arguing with them that I did not drink. It's agbo, I drank. They said, what is agbo? He said, herb. It's a herb. He drank. This guy was eventually arrested, locked up for overnight. He didn't go to work that day. The wife didn't know where he was. When he was eventually released, they told him that they're going to take him to court. He has a call. Meanwhile, this brother, he has just submitted, him and his family, they've submitted a renewal to renew their visa. This story is going to get very, very interesting. If you know anyone who lives in the UK, I have spoken to 3 people recently who were driving under the influence of alcohol, agbo, which is herb. And these 3 guys, they were all arguing, oh, bros, it's not alcohol, it's agbo, it's a herb, it's roots that they bring from Africa. I asked them, I said, when they bring the roots from Africa, was it mixed with water or alcohol? They say alcohol. I said, it's not a herb. It is herb, but it's alcohol because you mix it with alcohol. So don't be telling people that it is not alcohol. If you know anyone who is drinking this stuff and is driving, tell them they could use their hand to destroy themselves. Because this brother, he himself, he could be on his way to Nigeria now. If you see any value in this content, don't forget to give it a like. This guy and his family, they've already put in for their renewal. When they put in for the renewal, the stuff came out. The wife own was renewed. The children own was renewed. This brother's own wasn't renewed. He was wondering, why did they renew my wife's and my children, but they didn't renew mine? This guy, his employer became, the kid started asking what is going on. The guy did not notify his employer. Meanwhile, when they asked him where he worked, he didn't tell them that he works in care because the police officer should have informed his employer. The guy did not inform his employer. The employer, somebody that he told that worked that, bro, this is what I'm going through. That one said, have you told the employer? He said, no, I haven't told them. Why did you not tell them? And that one report him straight away to his employer. As soon as that one reports him to his employer, the employer dismissed him because this guy has got pending persecution, is due to go to court, and he has not told his employer what happened to him. They just suspended him and eventually sacked him. This guy became unemployed. When the guy became unemployed, the wife was complaining that you came to this country, you will not use your hand, you got a job, you use your hand to destroy your job, and now I am the one that is carrying the family. Him and his wife, they started arguing. They started arguing every day. This guy said he's depressed. He will be shouting, he'll be shouting with the wife, and he's not doing anything. The wife was saying, I've had enough of you. I cannot continue to go on like this. If this is how you're going to be threatening me, I'll just remove you from the sponsorship. As soon as the guy just said, I'll just remove you from the sponsorship, the guy just panicked. He just panicked. This guy, Kenny, now, again, he told the wife that if you remove me from sponsorship, I will call the employer and tell them that the document, the English and the test that you do use and everything that you use to come to this country, because the wife was a nurse back in Nigeria, he said, I will tell them that it is fake document, that I did it for you. The wife said, which fake document? Which fake? The man said, I will tell them it's fake document. The wife thought it was a joke. Him and the wife have quarrel again. The wife will say, you are not bringing anything to this house. You use your hand. And the guy is always say, oh, devil, and he only had going drink. He drank agbo, he didn't drink. He don't understand why this now. He can't walk and he can't do his COS. Now he's going to leave the country. The guy and the wife quarreled. Before you know what, this guy called the wife's office without the wife knowing. He called with in a private number. He said he has something very important he wants to tell them. What do you want to tell them? Could you believe that this guy told the employer that the wife came to the UK with a fake document, that he was the one that wrote the wife English text? He told them he was the one that wrote the wife English text. The wife, when the wife employer came, they said, somebody called and the person told us that your document is fake. We need to start investigating you. We can, for the meantime, we're going to suspend you pending the outcome of the investigation. When the wife got home, the wife suspected that it was this Kenny that called, because the man threatened that he is going to do it, because the man keep telling the wife, if I am going to die, if I cannot work and you're threatening me, you're going to remove me from COS, all of us will go back to Nigeria together and suffer there. He said to the wife, I am not the only one that is going to go back to Nigeria. We are going to go back to Nigeria together. This guy's sponsorship, his own, as we are speaking now, his visa has not been renewed because of the pending persecution. He has now ended up dragging his family down by calling the ex-wife employer to tell them that the wife used fake document to come to the UK. As soon as the wife found out what has happened, the wife dragged the man, started holding the man, say, just kill me. How can you go and tell my employer when you know that you're lying to the employer that I used fake documents to come to this country, that you did the English test for me? As soon as the woman was dragging the man, the man slapped the woman, started attacking the woman. That is how police came. They arrested Kenny. Meanwhile, Kenny already has pending persecution. They have arrested him. They told him that he cannot return back to the house until there's a part of the bail condition. He cannot return back to the house, and the wife said he's not returning back to the house. Now, Kenny, as we speak now, his paper, he hasn't renewed it because he submitted the application, but he hasn't come back. And when he's tried to track, the only reason is because of this pending persecution, because even his CBS check, the check, that police check you have to do before you work in care, his CBS check that is due to renewal is still showing pending. He hasn't been able to renew it. So this guy staying in the UK is jeopardized. Is due to appear in court for drink driving, and now he's going to be charged for assaulting his wife, and the wife is now saying, I have enough. And people are blaming the woman. This man, he was doing this thing in Nigeria. He used to drink a lot of agbo, herb. He used to drink this stuff and drive. Why did you bring this man to the UK? This man has now dragged his own family down. The woman is saying, it's not my fault. I am moving abroad. I have 2 children. I have my husband. Despite his flaw, I thought that if we come here, his life will change. I did not know that this man, bringing him to the UK, is not going to drag the whole family down. The man is saying it is the devil. It is a spiritual attack, that he only drank agbo. What is your view? Do you have any sympathy for Kenny, or do you have any sympathy for your wife? Let me know what your views are in the comment section. If you know anyone from our community who is drinking herb and driving, kindly tell them drinking herb is alcohol. Don't say it is not alcohol when you are apprehended. Hopefully somebody can learn. Don't forget to share this video with anyone that you know will benefit. Give it a like,